Welcome to Z's English Studio. In today's episode, we will dive into how Elon Musk mastered English and used it to dominate global business. In the vast arena of global business, few names resonate as powerfully as Elon Musk. From Tesla to SpaceX, Neuralink to the Boring Company, Musk's ventures have revolutionized multiple industries. But behind his technological innovations and audacious ambitions lies a powerful, sometimes overlooked tool: his mastery of the English language. This article explores how Elon Musk's relationship with English became a catalyst for his rise to the pinnacle of global entrepreneurship, and how he continues to use it strategically in every aspect of his empire. Musk was born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971. Elon Musk's native language was English, which gave him a foundational advantage. However, his real mastery came from his insatiable hunger for knowledge. Musk was a voracious reader, reportedly reading for up to 10 hours a day in his youth. From science fiction novels like The Lord of the Rings and Foundation to encyclopedias and engineering manuals, Musk absorbed a broad range of vocabulary and complex structures. This reading habit did more than just expand his vocabulary. It built a mind that could think critically, imagine boldly, and articulate effectively. At 17, Musk moved from South Africa to Canada and then to the United States, attending Queen's University and later the University of Pennsylvania. Immersed in a highly competitive English-speaking academic environment, Musk's command of the language sharpened. As an immigrant, he encountered cultural nuances and idioms that he quickly learned to navigate. Unlike many who view language barriers as obstacles, Musk turned them into gateways for connection and credibility. He knew that mastering English would be key to accessing resources, relationships, and recognition in a globalized world. Elon Musk's success isn't just built on brilliant engineering, it's built on brilliant storytelling. He crafts narratives that captivate investors, rally employees, and inspire consumers. Consider the way he described Tesla's mission: to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Short, clear, powerful. These aren't just words, they're vision statements designed to galvanize people. When he launched SpaceX, he didn't talk about rockets, he talked about making life multiplanetary. That's vision, wrapped in compelling language. Musk's ability to frame complex technological goals into simple, relatable language has been instrumental in raising billions in funding and attracting top talent. With over 100 million followers, Musk's presence on Twitter is more than entertainment. It's strategic communication. From sharing technical updates and memes to launching bold claims and market-moving statements, Musk uses Twitter like a real-time press conference. In 280 characters or less, he commands global attention. His tweets are often layered with wit, mystery, and purpose. Whether he's teasing a product launch or responding to criticism, he understands the power of tone, timing, and audience. For business leaders, this is a masterclass in using digital platforms to build brand, test public opinion, and lead cultural conversations, all in English. Musk isn't a traditionally charismatic speaker. He often stutters, hesitates, or seems awkward. But what sets him apart is his authenticity. In interviews and product launches, he doesn't perform, he shares. His passion, vision, and belief in his ideas come through, even if the delivery isn't perfect. In a world full of polished sound bites and rehearsed speeches, Musk's raw, unfiltered style stands out. He uses plain language to make big ideas accessible. Whether on a TED Talk stage or during an all-hands meeting at Tesla, his emphasis is always on clarity and conviction over polish. Musk's leadership is deeply tied to his written communication. He is known for sending detailed emails and memos across his companies, outlining strategic goals, timelines, and expectations. These are not flowery or corporate. They are straightforward, often blunt, and always direct. For example, in a leaked Tesla email, Musk once told employees, "Walk out of a meeting or drop off a call as soon as it is obvious you aren't adding value." The message is simple, actionable, and reflects a culture of efficiency. His writing style reflects his engineering mindset, precise, purposeful, and effective. What makes Musk a global leader is not just his technology, but the way he communicates a grand vision. He uses language to create a sense of mission, colonizing Mars, creating symbiosis with AI, reducing traffic congestion. These ideas sound like science fiction, but Musk frames them in a way that feels inevitable and urgent. The power of English allows Musk to disseminate these visions to a worldwide audience. Whether he's pitching to international investors, speaking at conferences, or addressing the media, his command of English turns ambition into alignment. Musk has had his share of missteps. Tweets that prompted SEC investigations, comments that caused stock volatility. But each incident has been a lesson in the weight of words. What's remarkable is his willingness to adapt. He's publicly apologized when necessary and clarified statements to correct misunderstandings. This shows that mastery of English isn't about never making mistakes. It's about how you recover from them. Language can harm or heal, divide or unite. Musk chooses to use it to evolve. Musk leads teams across the US, Germany, China, and other global hubs. English serves as the unifying thread. Whether he's speaking to engineers at Tesla Shanghai or negotiating with European regulators, English is the operational language. In a business world where multinational coordination is essential, leaders who can think, speak, and write effectively in English wield an enormous advantage. Musk exemplifies how language multiplies leadership reach and resonance. Lessons for English learners and entrepreneurs. Musk's story is not just about business, it's a language success story. Here are key lessons learners can take away. Read like a machine. Expand vocabulary and worldview through books, articles, and technical journals. Simplify the complex. Practice breaking down tough topics into easy-to-grasp language. Use digital tools. Platforms like Twitter, LinkedIn, and Medium are free classrooms for communication. Practice publicly. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Start sharing your ideas now. Stay authentic. Your voice matters more than sounding flawless. Musk may have revolutionized how we drive, think, and explore, but perhaps his most underrated superpower is how he communicates. His mastery of English is not just a skill, it's a lever that moves markets, minds, and missions. One of the more subtle yet powerful ways Musk uses English is in shaping company culture. At SpaceX and Tesla, there's a culture of first principles thinking, a term Musk frequently explains in interviews and memos. This concept, borrowed from physics, encourages breaking problems down to their most basic truths and reasoning up from there, communicated in clear, rational English. This culture is sustained through language. Musk consistently uses English to create a tone of directness, urgency, and innovation. There are no fluffy mission statements or corporate jargon. This has a trickle-down effect. Employees across departments adopt the same clarity in emails, meetings, and internal documents. By leading through language, Musk sets a standard for operational excellence. Elon Musk, the brand, is as influential as the companies he runs. His ability to articulate bold ideas in a memorable way has elevated him to a kind of global spokesperson for the future. Consider phrases like, "We're going to colonize Mars." "AI is summoning the demon." "I want to die on Mars, just not on impact." These aren't just sound bites, they're branding tools. They make headlines, drive social media conversation, and reinforce his persona as a visionary. His English is evocative, often metaphorical, and tailored for media virality. Entrepreneurs looking to establish their own voice can learn from how Musk combines intellect with linguistic flair. Musk's English isn't always serious or technical. He knows when to lighten the tone. He uses memes, puns, and internet slang to connect with younger audiences. This playful command of language humanizes him and builds loyalty among fans who see him as more than just a CEO. For example, naming Tesla's vehicle models S, 3, X, and Y, spelling sexy, was intentional. It was humorous, on brand, and instantly memorable. Humor is an underused business strategy, and Musk uses it fluently, proving that language mastery includes knowing when to have fun. Throughout his career, Musk has faced numerous controversies and setbacks, from production delays and legal battles to personal attacks and PR disasters. His responses, often delivered in English via interviews, emails, or tweets, are carefully, if not always conventionally, constructed to manage perception. When the media attacked him for his erratic behavior during Tesla's production hell, he didn't issue stiff press releases. Instead, he gave open, sometimes emotional interviews, expressing the pressure he was under. His candid tone, imperfect but genuine, often diffused tension and humanized him. It's a lesson in using language for damage control. Honesty often resonates more than polish. Musk's ability to influence public discourse on everything from AI regulation to cryptocurrency is largely enabled by his English fluency. When he speaks, international media listen. His words appear in newspapers from Japan to Brazil. His interviews are translated, but the original message is always in English, concise, deliberate, and powerful. His advocacy for environmental change, his warnings about AI, and his critiques of education systems all gain global traction because they are delivered in a language the world watches. English, in this way, amplifies impact. Musk has raised billions of dollars for his ventures. How? Not just through technology or potential returns, but through the language he uses to pitch ideas. In earnings calls, investor Q&As, and shareholder letters, Musk often explains plans in a mix of technical depth and layman's terms. For example, when explaining autonomous driving, he doesn't bury people in code. He says, "The car will be able to drive from your garage to your workplace with no one in it." Simple, vivid, relatable. That's how you turn a concept into confidence. Unlike CEOs who rely heavily on PR teams, Musk often communicates directly. His use of English is part of a deliberate media strategy, transparency over spin. He controls his narrative by being the one to tell it. Whether it's through podcast interviews, Twitter threads, or live streams, he's speaking directly to the public. This approach builds trust. Even when he's criticized, people feel they're hearing from the real person, not a corporate filter. That's the power of authentic English communication and leadership. Musk doesn't just use English to inspire the public, he uses it to drive team performance. In internal emails, he sets high standards while reinforcing purpose. Phrases like, "We are executing on a historic mission. This is not about money, it's about the future of humanity," are powerful motivators. Employees know what's expected and why it matters. His ability to connect language to mission fuels morale and momentum. Musk works with engineers in Germany, programmers in the US, manufacturers in China, and researchers around the world. English is the common language that binds these operations. Whether it's a design spec, a Slack message, or a boardroom pitch, English ensures consistency and coordination. In this way, English isn't just a communication tool, it's an operating system for global business. Musk's fluency allows him to lead without translation delays or cultural confusion. Elon Musk's rise is often credited to intellect, vision, and work ethic, but his command of English has been equally transformative. It allowed him to shape world-changing ideas into simple narratives, build trust with global investors and audiences, manage crisis and reinforce credibility, mobilize teams across continents. His story proves that English isn't just a language, it's a lever, and when used with purpose, it becomes a superpower for influence, leadership, and innovation. If you're listening and learning English right now, take inspiration from Elon Musk. You don't need perfect grammar or an academic accent. What you need is clarity, confidence, and curiosity. Like Musk, read widely, speak boldly, and never underestimate the power of a well-chosen word. Because in today's world, the right message in the right language can launch a business, start a movement, or even send a rocket to Mars.